beer. In those old days which poets say were golden, perhaps they laid the gilding on themselves, and if they did, I'm all the more beholden to those brown dwellers in my dusty shelves who talk to me in language quaint and olden, of gods and demigods and fauns and elves, Pan with his pipes and Bacchus with his leopards, and staid young goddesses who flirt with shepherds. In those old days, the nymph called etiquette, appalling thought to dwell on, was not yet born. They had their May, but no Mayfair as yet, no fashions varying as the hues of morn. Just as they pleased, they dressed and drank and ate, sang hymns to Ceres, their John Barleycorn, and danced unchaperoned, and laughed unchecked, and were, no doubt, extremely incorrect. Yet do I think their theory was pleasant, and oft, I own, my wayward fancy roams back to those times, so different from the present, when no one smoked cigars nor gave at-homes, nor smote a billiard ball, nor winged a pheasant, nor did her hair by means of long-tailed combs, nor migrated to Brighton once a year, and nor, most astonishing of all, drank beer. No, they did not drink beer, which brings me to, as Gilpin said, the middle of my song. Not that the middle is precisely true, or else I should not tax your patience long. If I had said beginning, it might do, but I have a dislike to quoting wrong. I was unlucky, sinned against, not sinning, when Cowper wrote down middle for beginning. So, to proceed. That abstinence from malt has always struck me as extremely curious. The Greek mind must have some vital fault that they should stick to liquors so injurious. Wine, water, tempered perhaps with some Attic salt, and not at once invent that mild, luxurious, and artful beverage, beer. How the digestion got on without it is a startling question. Had they digestions, and an actual body, such as dyspepsia might make attacks on? Were they abstract ideas, like Tom Noddy and Mr. Biggs? Or men like Jones and Jackson? Then nectar. Was that beer or whisky toddy? Some say the Gallic mixture, I, the Saxon. I think a strict adherence to the latter might make some Scots less pig-headed and fatter. Besides, Bon Gautier definitely shows that the real beverage for feasting gods on is a soft compound, grateful to the nose and also to the palate, known as Hodgson. I know a man, a tailor's son, who rose to be a peer, and this I would lay odds on, although in his memoirs it may not appear, that man owed his rise to copious beer. Oh, beer! Oh, Hodgson, Guinness, Allsop, Bass! Names that should be on every infant's tongue, shall days and months and years and centuries pass, and still your merits be unrecked, unsung. Oh, I have gazed into my foaming glass, and wished that lyre could yet again be strung, which once rang prophet-like through Greece and taught her misguided sons that the best drink was water. How would he now recant that wild opinion, and sing, as would that I could sing, of you? I was not born, alas, the Muse's minion. I'm not poetical, not even blue. And he, we know, but strives with waxen pinion, whoe'er he is that entertains the view of emulating Pindar, and will be sponsor at last to some now nameless sea. Oh, when the green slopes of Arcadia burned with all the lustre of the dying day, and now on Cytheron's brow the reaper turned, humming of course in his delightful way, how Lycidas was dead, and how concerned the nymphs were when they saw his lifeless clay, and how rock told to rock the dreadful story that poor young Lycidas was gone to glory. What would that lone and labouring soul have given at that soft moment for a pewter pot? How had the mists that dimmed his eye been riven, and Lycidas and sorrow all forgot? If his own grandmother had died unshriven in 2 short seconds, he'd have recked it not. Such power hath beer. The heart which grief hath cankered hath one unfailing remedy, the tankard. Coffee is good, and so, no doubt, is cocoa. Tea did for Johnson and the Chinaman, when Dulceus Despera in loco was written, real Falernian winged the pen. When a rapt audience has encored Fra Poco or Casta Diva, I have heard that then the prima donna, smiling herself out, recruits her flagging powers with bottled stout. But what is coffee but a noxious berry, born to keep used up Londoners awake? What is Falernian? What is port or sherry but vile concoctions to make dull heads ache? Nay, stout itself, though good with oysters very, is not a thing your reading man should take. He that would shine and petrify his tutor should drink draught Alsop in its native pewter. But hark! A sound is stealing on my ear, a soft and silvery sound. I know it well. Its tinkling tells me that a time is near, precious to me. It is the dinner bell. O blessed bell, thou bringst beef and beer. Thou bringst good things more than tongue may tell. Seared is, of course, my heart, but unsubdued is, and shall be, my appetite for food. I go. Untaught and feeble is my pen, but on one statement I may safely venture, that few of our most highly gifted men have more appreciation of the trencher. I go. 1 pound of British beef, and then what Mr. Swiveller called a modest quencher, that home returning I may soothly say, fate cannot touch me, I have dined today.